Have you or someone you've known ever thought Original Medicare is the only Medicare insurance that I'll need? If this is you, then watch this video because I'm ready to bust that myth. Let's buckle in today and bust that myth along with the myth that some people think Medicare is free. Shall we? Let's go. Kristen's Nuggets of Knowledge. Kristen's Nuggets of Knowledge. Bust a myth. 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 If you haven't yet subscribed, please go ahead and click that red subscribe button as well as the notification bell. That way you're notified every single week when I put out my videos. Hey everyone, it's Kristen Maka with Futurity First Insurance Group and welcome to Kristen's Nuggets of Knowledge. Being an insurance agent, I hear so many different myths about Medicare or misunderstandings about different Medicare insurances. And the two biggest pet peeves is some people think that Medicare is free, it's not, and other people think that Original Medicare is the only kind of Medicare insurance they need to have in place to be covered. And these, like I said, they're the two most craziest myths ever. So let's look at a couple of pages to see and prove to you that Original Medicare isn't the only insurance you should have if you're looking for good coverage especially. And on top of that, that Original Medicare is not free. When we're talking about Original Medicare, this is the card and the insurance that I'm talking about. So let's bust this myth that not only is Original Medicare the only insurance that you should have. That is a myth. You should have a little bit more coverage than just Original Medicare, and I will show you why. Also, the fact that Original Medicare is not free. So Original Medicare, this is the insurance that was started in 1965. It included hospital insurance, Part A, and medical insurance Part B. Now here is where the kernel of truth comes from Medicare being free. Your Part B is optional. You don't have to get that. And for working for 40 quarters or more, you and your spouse could get Medicare Part A at a $0 cost per month. And then here is where I'm going to bust that myth right out of the bucket. Our Part B is for our medical. Now, the Part B is the part that you're going to use more often than not. It's for doctors, primary care, specialists, things like that. All right, so you're going to be using this more often than not. And this number here is set by the government. Every single year, they can decide to change this premium amount. And this amount is also prorated. For the most part, you're going to be looking at $148.50, but there are certain individuals who make over a certain amount of money and they have to pay more for their Part B coverage. If you want to know if you fall within this $148.50 bracket, or if you have to pay more for your insurance, you can look up Medicare Income Related Monthly Adjustment Amount, otherwise known as IRMA, all right, to see if you're going to be paying this $148.50 or more. So right there, we have that one myth just totally destroyed. Medicare is not free. And here's some more pointers that help to bring about the fact that Original Medicare is not free. So yes, you have to pay premiums to have this in place, but there are also other types of payments you need to make within this insurance. And the different types of payments out there are as follows. So we are looking at deductible, coinsurance, and copayment. Firstly, deductible. What's that? That's the amount of money you have to pay before the insurance is going to kick in. All right, and let's look to color code this. We have Part A and we have Part B. So Part A, your deductible is going to be $1,484 per period. That is quite a high amount of money, and per period we're talking about around 60 days. So that's a lot of money to be forking over every 2 months if you need to be in the hospital. Now, Part B deductible, that's a little bit more stomachable, shall we say. That's only $203 a year. The next payments inside this insurance we're going to look at is what is co-insurance. Co-insurance is a percentage that you pay. So if you have original Medicare and original Medicare only, and we're going to stick to Part B, the doctor's office, once you suffice your $203 deductible, the plan will pick up 80% of the cost of your service, whereas you need to pay 20% of the cost of the service. Now, your Part A deductible, unfortunately, it's not a number that I can legitimately write down for you. It is situationally dependent. So depending on what kind of service or surgery is happening, depends on the percentage that you need to suffice over here. So it is a question mark, but it is still something that you need to take care of. And lastly, co-payments. So what is a co-payment? A co-payment is a standardized list of payments that you need to make for a particular service. Now, when we're looking at our Part A, once again, this co-payment is a set amount of money per service. And depending on the service you get, that co-payment amount will vary. And the same goes for Part B. You're going to have a co-payment amount for whatever kind of service that you are having. So when it all boils down to it, Original Medicare is great for what it can do. It gives you coverage at a very decently low cost. Of course, it's good to look at pairing this Original Medicare with perhaps a Medicare supplement or a Medigap plan, or even looking to get your original Medicare insurance through a private insurance company and provided to you by a private insurance company by looking at a Medicare Advantage plan. But as we can see from this little presentation, original Medicare is not free, and you most certainly want to look at something else aside from original Medicare, because your financial risk underneath original Medicare is unlimited. Based on these particular deductibles within Part A, as well as the co-insurance. I know 20% isn't that much, but who knows what you'd have to pay if you're going in for a major surgery or even hospital visits due to cancer. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you learned a little nugget or two about Original Medicare. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. That helps me prove to YouTube that I know what I'm talking about. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and we will see you next time. Bye.